Today we are going to talk about how you can make use of the power of branding to kind of elevate your Amazon's presence in the sense. Okay, so today's topic will be more about the brand building tools that we have in Amazon for all sellers. Okay, some important notice to take note of. Now moving on, just to share for those of you who are new to the live webinar, we do have our official YouTube channel, and then over there you will be able to find all the recordings that we have regarding the webinars that I run. Or I will usually upload it before the end of the day. And the Q&A section is typically now exclusively only for live attendees. So just, for the fairness of everyone who spend your time with me, I won't be sharing the Q&A section on the recording. Right, and then for those of you who just signed up in the morning, I may have missed out your questions. And for those of you who your question is already submitted during registration, I had already put it into my Q&A slides at the end. So do stay tuned for that. If you have any question, put it on the Q&A box at your right-hand side. If you did not shift the user interface, all right, by default it's at your right-hand side. There's a question box there. Last but not least, since you might be watching this recording a few months down the road, right, I would always recommend you to go back to the Seller Central or Seller University to get the most updated information. All right, quick introduction of my team. I'm actually in this team called the Amazon Seller Education team, which is part of the global selling team. And then the team, we provide free training and educational content through a variety of the learning programs. One of it is the Amazon Seller University, where you get short form video content as well as the one-pager guides and documents in Seller Central itself. The other one will be the one that you are attending right now, which is the live webinar, where sometimes I will get external speakers or even internal Amazon teammates to join our session. Right, today's topic is how you can get started with Amazon Brand Registry. Right, this is very important, especially for sellers who are intending to sell in the long run and to have your own brand presence to showcase your brand propositions in Amazon. Right, this is what we'll be covering, the agenda for today. So why Amazon Brand Registry? This is one of the seller who actually made a comment on this regarding why having a brand on Amazon is kind of helpful for him. All right, is to help to build a brand that has style. So many might think brand is just a label, but do not underestimate the brand's power. Well, I'm going to share with you in the next few slides on what you can do with the enrollment of Amazon Brand Registry. Right, so in 3 quick points, you have a dedicated brand to kind of display your products, right? The comprehensive brand building tools we have, and as well as the most important, that's a proactive brand protection for you once you are enrolled in the Amazon Brand Registry. Right, some key benefits. Right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. All right, so how does Amazon Brand Registry help you to boost sales? You actually get access to over more than 30 plus brand marketing and protection tools, right? Part of these 5 core operating pillars that we have, right? This is the biggest size that I can share. All right, you can download a copy of this, which I will share at the end as well. Right, each of these branding roadmap pillar, we have different tools to help you in terms of your branding strategy, right? Your brand look, your brand growth, brand customer, as well as brand protection. Right, I won't be able to cover each and every single one of these tools, but I will cover maybe some other important one. Right, under the brand strategy pillar, there are tools like brand analytics. Right, I do have the past webinar where we just talk about how you can utilize brand analytics for different use cases. Right, you might want to check out on that. Right, the next one is really on regarding improving your brand look using A+ content and the brand store, right, as well as running sponsor brand, sponsor display. That could probably be ads investment you want to focus on in the later part of your selling journey. Right, so A+ content and store will really help to elevate your listing and also your brand presence by having a store page in Amazon.com. All right, regarding the brand growth pillar, there are tools available such as being able to run promotions like lightning deals, coupon, Prime exclusive discounts, and especially so during the big day like Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday will really help to increase, amplify your brand's presence and further visibility for your products. So the other useful tools that I want to share is perhaps regarding improving your customers in a sense. What are the tools available to help you get more customers? We have Amazon Live, so it's like a live stream kind of features that you can showcase your products. All right, and then it's shoppable in the sense that your customers will be able to look at your live stream videos and then at the same time being able to buy your products directly while you are doing a live demonstrations of your product. Right, the other things will be posts and follow. Post is like a very Instagram-like kind of things that you can post your product, creative product images, showcase your product unique selling point. All right, and then on Amazon, they will be able to, customer will be able to, view through and scroll through it. So for seller in this region, right, you may not spot this feature because if you are not switching to the US, in the Amazon app, you may not be able to see this. So for those of you who are not aware, I would strongly suggest that maybe after the session, you can go and if you are already having, like for example, Singapore seller, you already have Amazon in stock, should choose the store to the US, then you will actually be able to see this feature. There is right now a tab in the middle to look at all the live stream, live stream product demonstrations or people who are doing live stream, as well as you'll be able to see the what we call the post, where you can scroll through and see what are the different brands sharing about their products. All right, so because those features are not available in Amazon Singapore, so if you're using the app in Singapore, you may not be able to see that. You might want to switch it to the US version, then you can see that in the app there's actually a lot of features to help brand to boost their brand presence. So the last one is brand protection. All right. So this is very critical as well, I feel, because you have spent so much efforts and investment onto getting your brand name, your trademark, etc. You will definitely want to be able to protect your brand. So having this feature here, like automated protections, so Amazon will be able to help to detect certain things, like if another seller is trying to lease your brands or product, etc. Right, it might be automatically detected by the algorithm. Right, if not, if you see something, if you see some listing that is trying to um, imitate your brand or whatnot, to in that sense, you can actually report any violation if your image is being used unauthorized without you giving permission and whatnot. You can leverage the brand protection tools available for you to report and take down a listing. All right, so this is to give you a summary or what you can do with and without a brand. So obviously you can see with a brand, meaning that you have your own trademark, you are registered into Amazon brand registry, you can use your own brand name, you can do a lot more than you can without a brand. Right, so without a brand, whatever you're listing is basically generic item, you will appear as generic, and then you are only limited to text only kind of format. You can only put a few images, etc. Right, you will not be visually appealing because you don't have those A+ content feature, and you also have very limited exposure in terms of your brand. Right, so if you do really have a brand name already, like if you're not selling on Amazon, if you're selling elsewhere, you should actually start registering your brand trademark and then ultimately get it enrolled into Amazon brand registry. All right. Now, I also want to share that there is a new seller incentive, and especially for brand owners, meaning that you have registered under Amazon brand registry, because one of the requirement is to be a brand owner, which is again to repeat again is you have to be enrolled into Amazon brand registry. You will get to enjoy a lot of the new seller incentive for you. Right. So we had a session recently. You might want to watch the recording as well on that, or you can find our YouTube playlist. right, this is just to share with you that there are some tools, all right, that you can actually use for you to do certain research, like brand analytics tool that is available once you enroll into Amazon Brand Registry. You can do a thorough research, to even use that tools to find out more products that you have opportunity to go into and help you target and identify your target audience, right? Now I'm going to share, there is actually 6 steps to get yourself complete in the Amazon Brand Registry process. Let me go through each of these steps in the few slides. All right. So this also is an overview of a table that I want to share regarding the 5 pillars of this brand building tools that I shared earlier on. All right, and then what you can do at each point with a pending trademark as well as with a registered mark. All right, the only difference is that a pending trademark, meaning that you have filed a trademark already, it's just that it's in a pending status. So with a pending trademark, you can already start to enroll into Amazon Brand Registry. There's no problem in that already. Right. However, if let's say there's any other things are report of violation, you might not be able to do so, subject to how your pending trademark process is, or you may or may not be able to report when you are during the pending trademark status. Right, and then definitely once your trademark is fully registered, you would definitely be able to enforce any form of infringements or reporting of violations. All right, so far so good. I hope you are with me. If you have any question, let me know in the question box at the right hand side, okay? Now I'm going to go through the step by step of how to enroll into Amazon Brand Registry. All right, first of all, you have to, again, like I mentioned, need to have a trademark. All right, you need to register your trademark in your local respective trademark offices. Right, so these are currently the country with the local trademark office that is being accepted into Amazon Brand Registry to apply for the Amazon Brand Registry using the trademark from these offices, you can see. All right, so for trademark wise, if you are not aware yet, it is country dependent. Now, in this case, if you are going to sell into the US, you should actually get your trademark registered in the US PTO so that your brand will be fully protected, all right, in the US. So only word mark or design mark is accepted. So where to apply? Again, we do have like an IP accelerator program. I'm just going to zoom in. Right, it's part of the service provider network. Right, you can actually consult them to help you get your trademark registered in the USPTO, right? Because they no longer accept like non how should I put it? In the past, we can remotely kind of apply the trademark, from anywhere to the US. But I think a couple of years ago, they started have this policy, or the requirement is that you need to have a legal representative in the US in order to get a US trademark. So there are a lot of trademark officers, a service provider that will be able to support you to get your trademark in the US. All right, this is just a few example. All right, on the trademark status, you can just look at the US, since sellers here are more focused on selling to the US. All right, the trademark office, USPTO. All right, your trademark is to be coming from this trademark office in order to apply for the Amazon Brand Registry. Right, and these are the different statuses that can be used to apply your trademark. I mean, to apply your brand registry. All right. All right, some checklists here. Definitely your brand name, right, with your valid trademark. You need to have the application number if yours is still pending, and also if yours is already registered, there will be the registered trademark number. Right, and then what are the list of product category that your brand belongs to? And some of your example ASIN if you already listed. If not, this is actually optional. Right, and then some other details on where your products are being manufactured and distributed, and also what are the the different information required will be differing depending on what kind of category that you are selling. All right, so this is some of the details you need, right, to prove the ownership of the trademark. What do you need and what are the documents? All right, step one, you can go to Amazon Brand Registry website, or you can sign in from your Seller Central account. I think that's the best. Or you go in from the Seller Central account and you look for Brand Registry. All right, you just need to put in your login details. Right, you try to use back to the same account so that you do not have to have separate account for Brand Registry. Right, and then once you're in the Amazon Brand Registry page, you just select Enroll Your Brand. Right, you can see I don't go into detail because actually the step-by-step guide in the system is pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure that you have the documents prepared and you just follow through the step-by-step they have for you, and you should be fine. All right, I'll give you a screenshot. You can see this is how it looks like. Basically, it's filling up the form of what are the details that is being asked from you, your brand name, the registration number. All right, okay, we don't look at the Australia one. All right, and then some other info as you scroll down. Right, they will ask you whether or not do you own the trademark that you're submitting, or you are submitting on behalf, etc. All right, and then you will need to upload your image of your trademark. All right, so this is important. Do note that you must upload the image that you submitted to the trademark office. All right, to make it simple is whatever you upload to the trademark office, just use back the same image that you upload. All right, so as the trademark owner, if you are, then you need to upload the proof to show that you are owning the trademark. All right. If you are the one being authorized, then of course you need to provide the authorization documents. Right, the next part is important. This is regarding product image. The image has to be the actual product and its packaging. Right, so you should not use any image that is clearly being photoshopped. Right, it should be like an image that you kind of took it from maybe your phone camera or your digital camera, something that looks real. It must not be a digitally processed photos, right? And then like what it says on point two, it has to be shown like it's taken in a physical space, not those that heavily edited kind of image, right? So the brand logo must be displayed on the product or the package, right? So it cannot be like a sticker. So if anything that looks like a sticker, it will not be approved as the image to submit for your brand registry registration. All right. So you can follow some advice here. You can put your item on the table or whatnot to take a photo of it, yeah, to make it look real. And then you upload the image. All right, so you will select seller. For everyone in this call, just remember to select seller, right? Because you are definitely not the vendor and also not the last one. So always select seller if you're in this call. All right, this is the part I was sharing. You can put your top 3 selling ASIN if you already have. And if you have your official brand's website, you should put it here as well. If not, that's fine. All right, having more information provided just makes it easier for the team, brand registry team behind to verify your brand, if it's indeed a brand, right, before they grant you the successful application of a brand registry. All right, so the rest is basically what I mentioned. If you have your own manufacturing facilities or what you need to upload or any proof to show that you are the one that is manufacturing the product that you're trying to use it to apply for Amazon brand registry, right? Things like your purchase or product procurement contract, etc. You can use it if you are sourcing or getting a product from the party. Right, so that is basically the last steps. Once you submit, right, watch out for emails from this email address, brand registry support@amazon.com. That typically it should get a response in 14 days. Right, if not, you can also check your status under the brand application. You'll be able to see whether it's pending or if there's any documents that is lacking that is needed from you. All right, so this is just to share with you how you can troubleshoot yourself, right? So if you already have one brand registered in Amazon Brand Registry, you can actually contact the brand support team directly, right? So if you do not have a brand enrolled yet, it's your first time, then you can contact the selling support, or rather the seller support directly as well. All right, last but not least, these are the things that was mentioned before, right? The most common I would say errors that I saw is usually not uploading the right image, the trademark image, right? And then not uploading the required documents, or the document is not clear enough. It's very it's printed or taken very fuzzy or blurry, right? These are the very common reasons where I talk to seller about their rejections, right? So always submit a clear image, and that is clearly showing the required information. Well, this is the last part. I just want to share that if you already enroll as a brand owner under Amazon Brand Registry, you can actually authorize your other stores for that brand that you registered, and you can also even add more trademark, right, without going through the lengthy process of the initial application. Right. So this is just to share that if let's say you have your stores in the other region and you like to add the trademark there, you can do so, right? So if you have some what do you call that, and partnership or something with other seller that is authorized to sell your brands, you will also have a way to add them into one of those user that allowed to use your brand. All right, so this is the part, right? Authorizing other user. Right, to authorize other user to being able to use your brand, right? You must be the first applicant, right? Meaning that you started the applications of the brand registry. Only then you will be able to add other user to be allowed to use your brand to sell your products, right? There's an option that says invite a user to join your brand, right? And then you fill out the form, etc. Right, not too critical for new seller, but if you are a seller who are already established in other maybe off Amazon channel, then this might be useful for you if you are also having partnerships or whatnot of somebody who is reselling your product, then this will be important, right? For your authorized reseller, right? If they want to gain access to the same brand protection feature as well, you will need to grant your reseller this user access to your brand. All right. So this is the part if you want to add more brands. All right. So you can have many different brands so long you are the registered. You have a registered trademark, right? So in the same account, in the same brand registry account, you can register multiple brands, right? So long you have the trademark registered. Yep. So you can actually add more brand trademark on the Amazon brand registry page. Right. You do not have to go through the other informations, right? Once you already have your first trademark. All right, we are at the end already. I want to share some content that we have from Seller University. Right, so this is even more detail of what I covered earlier on. Right, what are the Amazon brand branding operation model that you can get it from Seller Central. This is the QR code, right? So this will go into more detail in depth on the 30 Amazon brand tools that I shared at the start of the session. All right, I have some more other webinars coming up from 24 onward to 24, 25, 26 on other topics. Right, if you have not registered, do scan the QR code and register as well. And then if you are a new seller, you might be interested in signing up for the new seller accelerator program for the webinar if you have not yet started in this program. All right, so it's like a 8 weeks kind of program, but we already started halfway through. Right, so for seller who are enrolled in the full program, right, they will be able to get access to direct consultation at the end of the new seller accelerator program. Right, so if you miss this round, don't worry, there's a link there that kind of share with you how you can sign up for the next round of the new seller accelerator program. Right, so in summary, to be in the program, you will need to already have a brand, right? So that is really to help you kickstart, your selling journey by being in the 12 weeks program.